Hey babes, what's going on? It's your girl, that witch Dani. I know I'm traveling again, new space, but they have this awesome good vibes only light. And how could I not? How could I ever possibly resist filming under it? So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about all these retrogrades going on. I know everybody always says to me, like, okay, so it's retrograde, this or that, but what does that mean? Here's what it all means. Okay. During a retrograde, the planet doesn't actually move backwards. It just appears to us on Earth, right? When we're looking at this planet from the Earth's perspective, it looks like it is rotating backwards. Okay. And retrogrades are just basically a chance to like dig in and find a way to be the best version of you. Okay. It's a reset. It's a chance for a reset to revisit something maybe that's not fully closed out or that we could still learn something from. Um, a past person may come back in, a past love or something, if it's like a Venus retrograde, for example, because Venus is the planet of love, right? It's how you love, who you love in a relationship. So in the month of November, we are going to have Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, all in retrograde at some point, and some for the entire month. Mercury is essentially retrograde the entire month. We've been in the shadow period of it for like 2 weeks already. It officially goes retrograde on November 9th, and it will finish its retrograde on the 29th, meaning it will go direct. And then we have the post shadow for another like 7, 10 days, up to 2 weeks. So Mercury is around pretty much the entire month, but nothing we can do about it. Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion and good luck and fortune, is going to retrograde on 11/11. And that will stay retrograde through March 10th. All right. In Cancer, Jupiter likes being in Cancer, so that's not a terrible energy. I am going to break all this down for you too. Saturn is already retrograde, has been since July, but just recently like retrograded back through Pisces. And it will be retrograde until November 27th when it will station direct. Neptune will be retrograde until December 10th, and it starts its retrograde period in, when did I say Neptune goes retrograde? I think I wrote it down somewhere. I did. Did I? Oh, maybe I didn't. Anyway, it's retrograde. It's retrograded back into Pisces already, and that's a big deal. Okay. That's a big deal. And Neptune will be retrograde until, what did I say, like December, I think. We also have, what did I do? There we go. Oh, it's too much going on. What's going on? All right. Uranus is also a really big retrograde. It's not a planet that retrogrades often. It's not a planet that changes positions often. Uranus is one of those planets that rules a generation. So if you are of the same generation as me, you will have the same Uranus placement. Same with like Pluto, because they move so slowly through the zodiac wheel. Uranus is going to be retrograde through the month of November as well. And that one does kind of bring about like a lot of changes, I'm not going to lie. But it's good change. All right. It's a time for innovation, really, like kind of above all else, which is not a bad thing. All right. This is like about recharging your body and your spirit and having another chance to sort of revisit things, like I said, that may need your attention. Okay. So Uranus is going to go backwards into Taurus November 8th, which is tomorrow or today. I think it's today. I'm pretty sure that's today, but I don't know what the hell day it is. Y'all can tell my mess. It doesn't go direct again until February 4th. Okay. So these energies have been going on a long time. So, Saturn's going to end. It's going to go direct on the 27th. Mercury will eventually go direct on the 29th. But other than that, these other guys are going to stay retro for quite a bit. All right. So let's go through them piece by piece. Okay. Mercury retrograde, of course, is the most known. People wear t-shirts about them. I have a Mercury retrograde t-shirt. Why is Mercury always in retrograde? The reason Mercury retrogrades far more frequently than other planets, like Mars, for example, who only retrogrades every 2 years, not every year. Mercury is, close to Earth, and it goes around the sun super quickly. That is the reason why we have 4 Mercury retrogrades a year. And yeah, it's about communication. It will cause communication issues like that text that you sent being misinterpreted, right? Internet glitches, your Facebook won't open, nothing will load, your apps are all down, okay? Travel issues for sure, which we are clearly already having. Let's see if I can get home. Um, and electronic shit, right, like Mercury is the planet of communication. It's ruled by Gemini, so anything to do with that, with the way that you communicate, watch how you communicate, because people will misinterpret your words, especially texts or emails, because you don't have that inflection and tone. All right, so be very careful about that. But Mercury retrograde brings you a chance to look back and reflect and rebalance, recenter, refocus. That's what retros are all about, the REs, if you will. Okay. Now, Jupiter, like I said, our ruler of good fortune and expansion and healing, also, which is going to be retro from 11/11 to March 10th in Cancer. This is a time for you to focus on abundance and growth. Okay. It's a time to focus on your inner child. What can you bring back from your childhood that you used to love to do and that brought this joy, to you? What was your favorite way to play? Things like that. Or there may be inner child healing coming up for you. Take advantage of it if it is, because you want to look at that and heal it when the energy is supporting you to do so. You know what I mean? Instead of fighting against it, you're not swimming upstream here, it's supporting you. Um, and I want you to remember during this Jupiter retrograde specifically, more importantly than anything else for this anyway, this placement, 11/11 to March 10th. I want you to think about and understand the concept of and accept the truth of only boundaries that you have are the ones that you set for yourself. The universe doesn't have a budget. It doesn't say, well, I already gave out 500 million in abundance to somebody last week, I'm out of money. No, abundance is everyone's birthright. We're all born with the right to receive our abundance and achieve it. And the only reason we don't get what we want, the universe doesn't give us what we want, it gives us who we are. And if who you are is inherently, I don't believe I deserve that, I don't believe I have enough value for the universe to just want to give me abundance or to make it easy on me for me to have good luck, that's you limiting you. Okay. The only boundary and limitation there is on this planet Earth are the ones you set for yourself. So check yourself. Where do you need to believe? If you don't believe that miracles can happen for you, then they can't. It's all it takes to be limitless and unbound and believe that you're worthy and deserving of it, because you are. For Saturn retrograde, okay, Saturn has been retrograde since July, will be retrograde until 11/27. It's also in Pisces. This is about focusing on like vision, okay? It's very visual and it's very empathic, all right? Saturn is the adulty vibes of the planets, okay? It's the planet of discipline and responsibility, okay? Um, so what makes you feel spiritually, mentally, emotionally sound, stable, secure? Where do you not feel that way? What makes you not feel secure, stable, right? And you need to make the necessary adjustments during this time. Okay. That's why it's so important to reflect on that question and ask yourself that. What makes you feel spiritually, mentally, emotionally sound, secure, safe, stable foundation? Okay. It's testing your discipline. That's really what a Saturn retrograde does. Okay. Not super fun. Not. Neptune, dreamy planet of Neptune, very at home when it's in Pisces. It just retrograded back into Pisces, which is a big deal because when Neptune is direct, we all have rose colored glasses on, right? Under the power of Neptune. We see everything is beautiful, everything is dreamy, right? Illusion vibes, like me being in this like fantasy house. It's nothing like the real house I live in. Do not have a heated saltwater pool and a hot tub on my lanai. I don't even have a lanai or, a canal in my yard and all this other shit, right? Or an outdoor kitchen. But while I'm here, it's nice and fun to play, right? But it's an illusion. My real life is not quite like this. my real home. Um, so there is an illusion here. There's a veil. Now, when Neptune retrogrades, specifically in Pisces, its ruling sign where it loves to be, we get the removal of those illusions. Like, yes, your rose colored glasses may get kicked right off your face. And that may be a little jarring and a little shocking when you're like, holy shit, got to see this for what it really is. And sometimes it's a truth about you. Sometimes it's a truth about ourselves that we just didn't want to see. And it's okay. We're not expected to be perfect. I'll tell you right now, if you were perfect, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be at Earth School if you were perfect and you got all straight A's in all these classes already. You wouldn't be here. So it's fine. But seeing yourself for truth, the truth, and seeing a truth about yourself, a situation, a love interest, a job, a whatever you're doing, right? And having clarity and being able to face that and do something about it, that's what gets you A's. That's what gets you breezed through the class, right? You don't even have to take the final. You pass. All right, move on to the next class. Um, the veil is thinning dramatically at this time. Okay. It's a great time for you to focus on things like dream work. Okay. You can ask your guides and angels to give you messages that you need through your dreams or to guide you, to your destined place or see people for what, they really are, see the truth of a situation, whatever, through your dreams. You can ask your guides and angels to do that for you and make sure you're specific and tell them you want to remember them when you wake up in the morning. And then keep a pen and paper right next to your bed and start writing as soon as you wake up. Even if you don't know what you're writing, I don't care what you write. You could write Danny's, witch, a-hole. Please don't say that. I'm a nice girl, I promise. But whatever. Okay. You start writing. And then before you know it, you go into this sort of automatic writing space where you're just channeling everything that you needed to remember. Okay. But you need to do it immediately upon waking up before all the shit comes in and like clouds you up again. Okay. But you can ask for that. You can, ask to do dream work or work in dream work. Okay. It's a great time for creative expression. Express yourself creatively, whatever that means for you. Are you a designer? Do you love to draw? Are you a musician, a writer, a singer, whatever it is, right? Crafter, whatever you have to create during this time. The truth comes through intuition in this energy. So a lot of you will also experience an increase in psychic abilities, extremely strong intuition at this time. You're going to look at someone and you're just going to see them differently for the first time, but it's the truth of them. You know what I mean? It's a knowing, right? I always say anxiety is loud, intuition is quiet, right? It's just a knowing, it's peaceful. That's how you know the difference between the two. Okay, it's truth through intuition. And Neptune and Pisces together is a amazingly strong energy for psychism and intuition and all of those things. All right. So please trust in and believe and follow your intuition right now. Now, Uranus, planet of change, big time change, innovation and change. Okay. Aquarius energy, we're in the age of Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius. Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So it's been retro since September, and it will be retrograde through February 4th with a shift happening with it like retrograding into Taurus on the 8th, which is today. Yeah, it's today. So think of the themes of Taurus. Taurus is really about stability and financial safety and security, right? It's also very Venusian because Taurus is ruled by Venus, but Venus is a planet of finance as well. But also love, harmony, things like that, sexuality, not like scorpionic sexuality. It's more like sensual, like sensuality, the sensual side of you. I don't know. I'm trying to talk with all these retros going on, especially a Mercury one, which if this video even uploads, fucking I. All right. So Uranus is about what you should be doing is focusing on your innovation and your creativity. Okay. And what necessary overall life changes need to happen in your life that you've been kind of like skirting over by or like sweeping under the rug, like, I'll look at that later. Not now. Nope. It's retrograde season. You're going to look at it now. Okay. Go with your passion, which I always say to you, your passion is your sole purpose. It is what you're meant to do. And ask yourself, journal on this. What would I do if money wasn't a thing? What would I do if money wasn't a thing? If you didn't have to worry about that Saturn adulty energy of shit, I've got bills to pay, and money does not yet grow on trees on the planet Earth, and I still have to somehow support a family, pay my rent, whatever, my car payments, and blah blah blah. Okay, gotta eat, gotta live. If that was not true, and all of that was taken off the table, what would you do? That's what I want you to look at. That is your passion project. And there is no reason why we can't all live our passion. We are made passionate about it for a reason. It's our piece of the collective puzzle, our quilt square, right? And we need everybody to actualize and be authentically who they were created to be and make this puzzle come together. Okay. It's necessary for all of us to fully ascend, that we find our puzzle piece and come together. Okay. And the way to do that is by each and every one of us embracing who we authentically are and having the balls to be that person unapologetically, as you should be, because you were created perfect. You were created you for a reason. There's nothing wrong with who you authentically are. And retrograde season and Scorpio season, it's like darker, sort of mysterious, very deep energies really are about themes like that too. Like not giving a shit what people think and say, not caring about what is expected of me. Or like I always say, if your family's full of like 10th generation friggin' dentists and you are repulsed by the human mouth, you don't have to be a dentist just because it's expected of you. Fuck that. And anyone that loves you will love you no matter what, even if you're being authentically you and you say, I really don't want to be a dentist. That shit's not for me. I think the human mouth is gross. I have mouth issues, by the way. So that's why I'm saying that. But dentists are great. We need them. I don't know what I'd do without it. Love a dentist. I just can't do it. Okay. I can't. But if someone really loves you and deserves to be in your life, they'll love you even though you're not being a dentist because your 12th great grandparent was too, or whatever. Okay. Cares what people think, who cares what the world expects of you. Your soul expects you to be true to it. Let's get you a couple quick messages to end this, all right? Little recap of what all the retrogrades mean. Definitely be careful with travel. Definitely be careful with communication. Double check your emails before you hit send. Make sure that, the tone is not going to be misinterpreted by someone. If you think that's a possibility, call them instead. Expect electronics and stuff to go haywire, especially because we've got a ton of solar flares going on and CMEs at the same time. Man, you've got a lot. I thought maybe one or two. You've got shift, number 9. You've got lucky, 47, Jupiter energy, very Uranus energy. You have divine feminine here, very Pisces energy, okay, going on. Number 6. We have got growth, which we would expect during a shift like this, right? Number 15. You have got the Norse compass with protection coming through for you. Number 1, gratitude. Great way to spend time right now every night is doing a gratitude list. Super important to find 5 things that you can be grateful for at this time. Okay. Release what no longer serves you. Okay. Number 42. Seek out new knowledge, right? That's what you're doing, right? You're reviewing, you're to gain more knowledge about who you are. Where do I want to go? What would I do if money wasn't a thing? And ground. Number 22, ground into the earth when you're feeling shaky, unstable, disconnected, anything like that, which this heavy energy, this many retrogrades at once, and the over 30 aspects, which is unheard of in the month of November that are going to happen astrologically, you're going to need to ground. Okay. There is major transformation energy going on. And we still have a very powerful new moon coming on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are in the world. Best and highest messages. And then the 21st, we shift into Sag season. And that is a very different energy than Scorpio season, where we've been, this whole month so far. Best and highest messages for the collective for this retrograde season, November 2025. What to expect? What can they expect? 9th house, exploration, Sag energy. Okay, Sag is about growth, expansion, travel, exploring, right? Pluto, rebirth. If Pluto ain't the literal planet of dramatic and drastic change, I don't know what is, but Pluto does it very slowly. That's why it stays in a sign for 20 years. Over the next 20 years, the world is going to change entirely. 47 and 27, by the way, here. You've got number 13, dignified and strength, kind of like the strength card in tarot. Chiron, the healer, is showing up for you, which is presently also in retrograde. Chiron is the wounded healer. So time to heal. Aries energy, first house, right? Time to act on self, right? Who am I? Where do I want to go? What do I want to create? First house, arrival, shut up. The house of self with Aries energy. And third house, communication, Mercury's house, right? Well, Gemini's house, Gemini ruled by Mercury. That is Mercury energy all day, communication. Okay, expect the arrival of some communication that makes you say, I've got to act. It is time for this rebirth. I'm healing this, and I'm ready to go explore. Yeah, you have Mars, Aries ruler with motion. Number 22 again. Tension, square, semi-square. Okay, so there's some tension there. We got, like I said, a ton of aspects happening. And Neptune, vision, vision. Expect clarity of vision, messages about that, even though they may come confrontation, opposition, and tension, even though they may come in a sort of tense way, or some of the things you are healing or releasing or going back over, revisiting, may be a little tense. You're strong. The strength card is here. You're going to be fine, right? Chiron's supporting you. It's a time to heal. Okay. And let the arrival of these new energies, arrival, act, motion, let them come in. It's just time for a brand new beginning. It just is for all of us, most of us. For the collective, what can they expect during this whole retrograde season, please? November 2025 for the collective. King of Swords, bottom of the deck. King of Swords is a truth seeker above all else, all about the truth. Four of Swords, rest, restore. The Re's again, the R's again. The Empress, that's a level up. The Empress is about fertility, creating a brand new life, being reborn in the spring, right? 10 of Pentacles. If that needs security, how about that? Saturn and Taurus. 10 of Pentacles, that's all the Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles represent wealth, stability, 3D material possession, right? There's nothing higher than a 10. Okay, that is an exaggeration of energy. That's how much stability and financial security is here. Justice is also here. Libra's card, number 11. And that's karma, right? It comes in to restore balance. You have a Page of Cups here, which is sometimes something coming back around, something revisiting you, a past life connection, or a loved one, a lover from the past, an old opportunity from the past coming back around, possibly even with an apology. But be careful, right? Just because someone's offering you a cup does not mean you have to take it. I don't always trust the Page of Cups. But the Magician's also here. This is the opportunity for you to truly be the magician, the alchemist, right, of your life, the secret, right? Create the life you want to live. The King of Cups is here, very Piscean energy. He's the king of emotional maturity. His emotions do not dictate his actions. He has control over them. The world. This is about transformation, starting a brand new cycle. It's also travel. The King of Wands, the king of following your passion, boss entrepreneur, a business owner. The Queen of Pentacles, the queen of stability, finances, very earthy, very grounded, very stable. The Four of Cups can be an apathy card, and we have that here with the Eight of Swords. So be careful that you're not putting yourself in a self-imposed prison or deciding that I'm not going to take that offer coming towards me because you're just like, I had one once before and I'm afraid to change, because the burden that you're carrying is too freaking heavy. You're meant to put it down now. It is meant to end now, because here's your brand new beginning. You're fun, naive. I'm off to college energy, like no idea what's coming towards me, but I don't give a shit. This is going to be great. I can't wait to go on this new journey and free yourself. Free yourself from this burden. Free yourself from this heavy weight that you've been carrying around for far too long. That cycle might have been great and it did what it was supposed to do for you. It's just time for a new one now. You've been patient. You've planted these seeds a really long time ago. And now it's finally time for a victory. It's finally time to reap what you've sown and go get the life that you want. There's no reason to worry. There's nothing to stress about, nothing to be up all night in your head about, because you've got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles here. Okay, the two of the best cards you could ever get in tarot. This is beyond completion. This is an excess of energy. This is happy home, happy family, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's you and a partner and kids or you and a partner and chickens, whatever. Okay, but this is all your cups are full. You are fulfilled. You want for nothing. You are so content with your life. Doesn't that sound amazing? I know it's scary to leave behind something that's okay and providing and take a blind leap of faith. I know I did it as a single mama of 3 with 2 in college. I get it, but I did it. And I know that I was meant to. Spirit kept pushing me to, and the message kept getting louder because I was ignoring it. This is what you're meant to do, is follow that passion. If you're feeling like I can't do one more day in this corporate office, which so many of my clients are saying to me, listen to your heart, your soul, your passion. Listen to where you're being pulled and guided. Go create. Put down this burden. You will always be okay. It's not the only stability there is for you. It's not the only way there is for you to make money. Believing in the 9 to 5 rat race, that's within the matrix. We don't have to live within the matrix. We can break free of the bullshit. Anything else for the collective, please, for retrograde season? Anything else they should know, advice, guidance for the collective? Retrograde season, November 2025. We've got Libra, 7th house with choice. You have a choice here. You don't have to do the rat race. We've got Virgo coming through with health. And this is like Virgo is about daily routines. Yes, taking care of one's physical health, but also mental, emotional, spiritual health, right? Not taking things too seriously, which is this sort of shadow side of Virgo is like perfection. Not going there, but finding a healthy balance here. Libra and Virgo together, healthy balance. You've got the moon in Leo with appreciation, gratitude with that cornucopia, very Thanksgiving vibes, a lot to be grateful for coming in for everybody. You've got excitement with Gemini, house 3 again, Mercury. And you've got Virgo with discrimination here. Why is that here? I'm hearing be discriminating. It's not that you're being discriminated against. It's just that you're going to use your discernment at this time to know if there's a lot of like opportunities available to you, which one is the better one, which person is right for me. You're going to start to feel some kind of way around certain people because even if things are great and you love them and they love you, it's just that you finished your soul contract. It's just time for you both to move on and go do something different. Leo energy again with fortune coming in for you. Okay. After loss. Okay. And don't believe the bullshit, right? Bluff, right? Blindness. This is the illusion. Don't believe the bullshit. You're meant to go forward. Yeah. Versatility. You're super versatile. You have all of these amazing gifts to offer the world, right? And skills and abilities and talents and creations to do. Aries, house 1, enterprise, entrepreneur, build your enterprise. And some of y'all are meant for public eye. There's publicity here again, 3rd Leo energy coming through. I think 3rd or 4th. Some of you are meant to be in the public eye or start a YouTube channel or be on social media in some kind of way, a podcast, something like that, okay? Because you have a story to tell and people want to hear it, need to hear it. You're the only one to offer that particular advice in that particular way. You've got romance here with Taurus, generosity. Okay, we've got speculation here with that Cancerian energy. That's you seeing shit, for the truth for the first time. Devotion, Libra. Eccentricity, Aquarius. This is let your freak flag fly. Unapologetic authenticity. Be you no matter what. Okay, you've got status and harmony also coming in for you. All right, so don't worry about what people say or what people are going to think. They're going to think nothing of it anyway. In the end, you're going to find your harmony because there's nothing people are more drawn to than authenticity. Even if it's a freak flag that you're flying, like coming out and being like, I'm a psychic witch at 40, even though I've been this girl my entire life. I just was in the witchy psychic closet for a long time. But I got to a point in life where I went, fuck what people say. I don't fucking care. I don't care. And I don't. Sure don't. All right. Any advice or guidance you can offer the collective before we sign off for this retrograde season? Spiritual strength, advice, guidance for my beloved babes, please. Coyote. Ooh, we're going to read that card. Where's my book? We're going to read this card. I think it's right here. And the hunter, what the hell? And very interesting combination. Number 27 again. And flow. This came up for one of my private clients today during their private reading with me, actually. It's a cool card. Flow is getting into flow state, flowing like the river, trusting that the universe is carrying you to your next destination and that you will get there and it's where you're supposed to be and you're protected. Coyote, number 12. The coyote is the symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. If coyote calls to you, this is a time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember this: Coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. It's cute too, ain't he? And number 27, the hunter. Those two coming out together is a little too freaky for me. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forests to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive, often taking only one creature, the good kill. He is a master tracker who knows which path to follow to find success. Rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker. Find your internal compass and use all your senses, including your common sense. Find your internal compass. Use your intuition. That Norse compass showed up on your protection card in your sacred symbols deck here. All right. I highly recommend getting like a coin, a crystal, something with that on it and carrying it around with you to guide you at this time. Someone gave one to me once and I actually really, really love it. I didn't vibe with it previously, but I really do now. But trust that inner guide, trust your intuition, trust that this hunter, your hunter instincts are going to make sure you see through the coyote's tricks. You're going to see through them. You have clarity at this time. The veil is thin, illusions are being removed. Okay. So much love and light, babes. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support of me and the channel, your donations. Liking, sharing, subscribing helps more than you could possibly imagine. And every new moon and full moon, I ask that all of the gratitude and generosity and support that you've shown to me be returned to you by the power of 3 times 3. This is my will, so mote it be. If you want to book a private reading with me, the way to do that is in the description box. And I will see you guys soon for some more messages. I've got a lot planned coming up. So much love and light, babes, from the cool house. We're going to shoot in a different place every time. I love y'all. Bye.